The one thing that I really enjoy about the E-MDT team is that it really brings together various groups of people that I wouldn't have an interaction with on any other basis. We've been very siloed in a lot of what we do. I don't think traditionally Office for the Aging would have done much with law enforcement or would have done as much with the crime victims department. This has really broken down a lot of those silos, and it's really helped us to broaden not only our knowledge base, but just our ability to link and refer.
I agree with that. I've made connections, people that I wouldn't normally know. I'm able to call them. I'm able to make warm referrals, and I'm able to stay in touch and coordinate what's going on with the referrals.
At my office, I also serve as the New York Connects coordinator. So a lot of our referrals have come directly through the New York Connects. All calls get routed through New York Connects. And so we're able to screen people for all programs that they don't know exist. And then we discover situations that people didn't realize were E-MDT issues.
The E-MDT has made me a little more suspicious. I'm not naturally like that. So if I'm talking to someone and if she says, oh, I can't find my credit card, my daughter had it, I'm like, oh, how often do you give your daughter your credit card? What bank do you use? Like, I find myself getting details just in case and doing that layer of screening when I'm meeting with clients.
I think there's a lot that I just didn't know.
Yes.
And so it's been interesting to listen to the law enforcement people like, well, actually the law is this, and this is what you have to do, and this is what has to take place before we can do that. Because I'm just like, that gut reaction, I think, from the human service perspective is like, how can I help them? How can we help get this fixed? And they have sort of shown me that slow down, take a couple steps back, and this is going to take time.
Yes.
But there's a method to the madness. And that has been really great to understand that there's that background that has to happen before, the big things can happen.
No one could prepare me for what I would be discussing, really.
And having faith in the process.
Yes.
I think that's...
Because I was never involved in the process before.
Right. And I didn't know there was a process. So I didn't know that there was potential in the process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because it's honestly the most productive meeting I have every month. Everyone comes prepared to do their best to help people. Egos are checked at the door, and everyone's job is to help the victim, whatever we have to do. We listen to the case, whoever is presenting, and then it turns into a brainstorm where there is no wrong idea that comes out. And there's social services aspect, which we bring to it, and that's balanced out by the law enforcement aspect to it and the adult protective aspect.
And you have people that are exceptionally motivated and they want to do this, but it's also organized so that everybody knows this is your task and this is your task and this is your task. And we all kind of have our marching orders, and it's very black and white and clear. Yes. And so we don't have to wonder, like, where does it stand? What do I need to do next? We've had that discussion. We've reiterated what the plan is, and now we need to go out and do that. And the expectation is that by next month, you're going to have an answer, and you're going to come back to the group, and you're going to be able to report on what you did and what the outcome was. And so everybody is held to that standard and has that expectation, which I think has been really critical. I've been on other committees where it's like, well, we could kind of do this or that. This is very specific.
Yes.
Like we know, we all have our marching orders, and we look forward to coming back and hearing what each one has accomplished.
And these members, they are the ones with the ability to do this. Mm-hmm. So it's the movers and the shakers, like who are on this meeting.
People who can get things done.
Yes.
It just makes the progress happen so much faster and it motivates you because you feel like you're continuing to plug away, and every little bit counts. And I think one of the really interesting things, and what I think brings a lot of us back, is seeing it come to fruition, seeing the wonderful outcomes from these very complicated cases that in the very beginning you just think, can we really do anything? Can we affect change here? And then 6 months later, you're coming back and you're like, listen, look at the updates, listen to the things that have happened. And you're like, you can really see how you have affected change within your community.
Yes, because no one person can do all
Right.
this that needs to be done. But even if you just in your daily casework or your phone calls, something comes up, you know who to contact.
Right.
And any of us can make a referral, but any team member can take that step. If you join the E-MDT, you're going to find like-minded people who want to help, and you're going to be able to balance out with the humanistic, holistic part of the social services and the client's needs. It is a very positive experience.
Absolutely.
If anyone's considering it, you don't leave depressed when you leave these meetings.
Yeah, you definitely feel empowered.
Yes.
And you feel like you can really enact some change. And that's an awesome feeling.